Yeah, I mean, I played up the middle most of my life, played short throughout college, second base, mostly in the minors. Started working third base a little bit later on in my career in the minor leagues, and then got a full season's worth in the big leagues last year at third. So kind of got, good amount of experience at each position.
How did you feel at third and spring training and early in the season versus progressing throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, I think working with Coach Matt Erickson over there helped me a ton. Just kind of keeping it loose with one hand. A couple of things I had to get comfortable with over at third base. That's a little bit different than up the middle, and definitely got more comfortable as the season went on.
What allowed you to take this jump in the last year? I mean, a year ago, you're not doing press conferences per se, right? But what has allowed you? Is there anything, one thing that you can point to?
I think you just keep putting your head down and working. You take it a year at a time, and for me, all I really care about is getting better every year. It's not, about where you start, in your career. It's every year, as long as you're trying to continue to develop and get better, like that's all I really worry about.
What should you hear about your size coming up, and how pleased are you just to kind of prove some people wrong, probably along the way?
Yeah, I mean I hear questions about it every time I do press conferences. It's always going to be there. Not really something I worry too much about when I'm playing, but I've been the smallest guy on the field at every level, so it's nothing new to me.
How have you kind of compensated for that and not let it keep you down?
Just play to the best of my abilities. That's all you can really control. Play hard, and if you're confident in what you can do, then it's you'll be all right. I think that's the biggest thing, is just believing in yourself.
Is it safe to say that Pedroia was a guy you looked up to?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite players growing up, and a guy that I definitely try to model my game, around. Obviously, long way to go, but he was a dude that I really enjoyed watching.
You guys got to the NLCS last year. You've had a good, play for a good team there. This team's got some high hopes. I mean, how much is that part of it driving you, to get to the highest level there?
That's everything. That's what you play the game for, is playing those big games at the end of the year. I say it a lot. Like, I feel spoiled that I was able to experience that in my rookie season, to be able to go as far as we did, and didn't finish the way we wanted to, but that experience in the postseason is super valuable.
Playing for Murph must have been an interesting experience.
He's the man. Yeah, it was. I think he just embraced me. He embraced my skill set and my size. He pokes a lot of fun at us short guys, but definitely a guy that you knew he had your back, and a guy that was really fun to play for, and a lot of things that I've heard about with Alex too.
We've talked about your swing profiling at Fenway. Have you given much thought of playing your majority games there?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've always said that I hope I get a chance to play a lot of games at Fenway, because playing at Greenville and Portland, the minor leagues, they still have the Green Monsters in the minor leagues with them, so I played a lot there and had some success. So definitely looking forward to it.
What do you feel like offensively you want to try to get better at this season?
Everything. I think I was pleased with bat to ball, strikeouts and stuff. Was able to play at this level, and I was just continuing to push the envelope of batted balls, exit velo, all that stuff, bat speed. Those are stuff that's, for me, kind of low-hanging fruit that I could get a lot better at.
Did you and Murph talk at all about his relationship with Pedroia and kind of what his journey to the majors was like and the things that made him successful?
Yeah, I would ask him a lot of questions more than anything. He would tell me stories all the time of when he coached him back at ASU, and he's texting Pedroia, telling him that I'm coming over and stuff. So he's helping me out with trying to connect me a little bit with him, and I'm sure he'll be around here some too. But that was always a cool connection for me. One of my favorite players growing up is also played for my coach. So that was always really neat for me.
Did Murph end up connecting you with him? Have you talked to
Not
them,
yet,
or?
not yet. I'm sure we will. I mean, we have a lot of spring left, so hopefully he's around and I get to talk to him a little bit.
Greg Rizzo talked about you think that you can hit for more power and with the green monster there and extra base power, home run power?
I do. I think I've always been a good pull hitter, and obviously like to think that I can use the whole field. Like, you want to be a complete hitter, but definitely something I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I've played at a good amount of games, being from the Yankees, playing at Greenville and Portland, 3 or 4 series a year. So I definitely have some experience, playing with a monster in left.
Following up on the position stuff and the versatility and all that, what have your conversations been like with Craig and Alex and others about third versus second, which are the 2 spots kind of up in the air?
Honestly, they've been super brief as far as like getting into the details about it. I know they want to have more conversations in depth, kind of getting everyone on the same page as far as comfortability at each spot goes. So definitely we'll have more on that a little bit later.
If it were your choice and they left it in your lap, where would you pick from second or third?
Honestly, like whatever positions the team in the best spot, whatever helps the team the most. I feel good everywhere. I played everywhere, so at the end of the day, you're a ball player and you just want to compete.
You're joining a team with a lot of young guys, including several who were also rookies last year. How nice is it to come to an organization where you have an opportunity to really grow and develop with a lot of guys who are in similar stages of their career to you?
It's really exciting, yeah. I know they had a ton of rookies come up last year, and I was a rookie last year, so kind of getting with them, and it's a lot of guys that I played against coming up in the minors too, which is a lot of fun, and just looking forward to getting with those guys and building that bond on the field and off the field.
Do you have, Marcelo or Roman, anybody that you are have a particular relationship coming up in the Yankees organization and matching up against those affiliates?
Yeah, both those guys. I played against Marcelo a lot at every level. Carlos Narvaez was a teammate of mine with the Yankees, so built a really good relationship with him. But yeah, a couple other guys that we know each other's faces really well.
Right.
Coming up in the Yankees organization, like, is it kind of funny to, you were dreaming of making it to the majors when you were in the Yankees organization, and now you're with their rivals. What's that like? Yeah,
it is funny because like a couple years ago I was on the other side, so it's but that's the way the business works, and whatever team gives you an opportunity to compete at the highest level, you're going to go to war for them. So I'm really excited.
The Brewers scored a lot of runs last year. Can you talk a little bit about the hitting approach that your team had?
Yeah, I think there's just the culture that they've been able to build there as far as just trying to put pressure on the defense, in multiple ways, base running, contact power, like they try to kind of do it all, and that's kind of their identity was just create chaos and put pressure on the defense.
When you have the opportunity to speak to Pedroia, what would be the first thing that you would ask him?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we'll have a lot of conversations about. He's a similar guy, similar profile to me as far as size go, so a lot of conversation about stuff like that and how he was able to overcome a lot in his life and be the superstar that he was able to be. And, I only hope to be a little bit like that, so it's definitely going to be fun talking to him.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, good meeting you guys.